Author and the link to the original poster down in the description. Am I the a-hole for refusing to kick my friend out so my sister-in-law can rent my house? So me, 34 male, and my wife, 34 female, moved to a different city last year, and left the house I inherited from my parents. Since we moved to a smaller apartment, the change was work-related, we had to leave a lot of stuff. When we left, we decided to rent the house to my wife's younger sister, sister-in-law one, so she could see what it's like to live on her own, so the rent she paid wasn't much, just symbolic. In exchange, we would stay in the house when we visited and she would look over the stuff we left behind. 7 months later, she decided to return to her parents' home. No big deal. At the time a friend of mine was going through a very rough patch, so I offered my house, with the same conditions I gave sister-in-law one, and he accepted immediately. Fast forward 9 months, and my wife's older sister, sister-in-law two, decides she's leaving her husband and going back to her parents with her son and dog, and my wife wants to offer her our house my friend is renting. When I said I wanted to help, I even offered to chip in to rent her own place, but I can't just simply kick out someone who hasn't done anything wrong. My wife got mad and said that her family is above any friend. So, am I the a-hole for refusing to kick out a perfectly good tenant to give my house to a sister-in-law who as far as I know won't even pay? Now on to the comment section. Not the a-hole, your friend accepted the place and has successfully been there for 9 months taking care of the house. It would make more sense to leave him in place, taking care of the house, than upend everything. She could go into the house and 2 months later decide to go somewhere else, leaving you to find someone to fill the hole in the home again. I doubt your friend would go back out of fear of being kicked out again if she changes her mind. I'm also being selfish here. Don't know how old the kid is, but the addition of a kid and dog would probably mean damage to your things that you left, or at least having to move it to storage to make room for the two. I feel your offer of assisting with rent is more than fair. Your friend deserves to stay in the house, and your sister-in-law needs to find something else out. Exactly. That and the fact that friends and family equally important when they're in need. If his friends has proven to be a good tenant, then I don't think the wife should have even mentioned removing him from the place since she doesn't own it and he, the friend, is not freeloading. Not the a-hole. Based on your post, I'm betting if the house were empty, you'd be fine with sister-in-law renting the house. However, the house isn't empty. Someone is already there. You've offered to help in other ways. Not the a-hole. It would be highly unfair to evict your friend so your sister-in-law can move in. You are right in refusing. Subscribe and click the bell button so that you'll be notified for possible update and for more stories. Feel free to check out the original post and maybe even help OP by sharing some useful feedback or advice.